action fans have Mortal Kombat 2 sitting on their must-see list, and this film was shot in Australia, and the Australian critics have been going wild. But did they give this film a win or a lose? Join me as I discuss the Australian critics and what they think of Mortal Kombat 2. Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be discussing Mortal Kombat some more. Now this film is playing everywhere. It has just been rewarded with a 69% critics rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think that's a very fair result considering that a lot of critics don't know anything about the video games and are just soaking up the action sequences. So the action sequences are obviously the high point for this film. That's what the critics are coming forth and saying. They love the action, and it appears that overall they're just having a good time soaking up this escapist entertainment. Now, the Australian critics have had their say about Mortal Kombat 2, so I'm going to get to the nitty-gritty about what some of the Aussie critics think of this wild and woolly action movie, so let's get into it. Now, the Courier Mail in Brisbane called this film a bloody mess, and that's a good thing, while the Canberra Times called it better than the reboot. And I guess that really sums up the essence of what people think about this film. It is more faithful to those video games. They've brought in more characters, and I think the look of it is just on point for that crowd. Now, Anthony O'Connor from Film Inc. called it a silly, splattery, funny and propulsive good time, and he gave it $14.50 out of $20. That's how they rate it on Film Inc. And I suppose that's not too bad. $20 is considered a standard movie ticket price in Australia, but when I went opening day, I actually paid $22, which was a little bit up there in price, but I felt for an action fantasy movie based on a video game, this movie did give you $20 worth of entertainment. So I feel that $14.50 out of $20 could be a bit low. I think the fan base for this are happy to pay the $20, and I think they'll walk out of there with a spring in their step wanting a third one. So if you're an action movie fan, Mortal Kombat 2 does deliver the goods. There is wall-to-wall fights, and I think if that's what you're looking for, these fights are expertly choreographed. And this time round, they have that tournament flavour, which was missing from the 2021 reboot. So I think a lot of people are down with that tournament vibe, and they love all of those video game Easter eggs that pop up throughout this film. And Doug Jameson from the Jam Report said that MK2 knows exactly how to entertain its intended audience, and he gave it a 3 out of 5. So most of the critics overall in Australia have been fairly kind to this film. They know exactly where it sits. It's action-packed, it's tongue-in-cheek, it's overly violent at times. The fans like that. But I think they know that this is just a roller coaster for people that love video game adaptations. And they've tried to pile everything in thick. Carl Urban's a wonderful addition, and I think this just hits the sweet spot for the right crowd. So this is a movie in many ways that is a little bit critic-proof in that the critics come to understand that the action is well choreographed. They understand the tongue-in-cheek, spoof-like elements, and if some of the other stuff goes over their heads because they're not in tune with the video games, well, that's just part and parcel of it. But this film's getting a passing grade. It's now playing in cinemas. If you like action films, go and check it out. So share all your thoughts on Mortal Kombat 2 in the comments below, and you will see me again very soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.